Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So, I'm finally feeling a little bit better. I was sick for the last couple days and this video is late. I know the high score challenge ended so long ago for Illustrated Halloween Donald, which I'm sorry. I was going to put this. I was going to put Destroyer Behemoth. I was going to put Shion B, but I'm so behind on everything and I'm trying to catch up. So, hopefully, this isn't too late, and if it is, I'm sorry. I hope you guys got good traits. If you did, let me know in the comment section like always. But we're gonna jump into my Key R13's Metal Spotlight. Now, this is probably gonna be more like, hey, what did I get on Key R13 than, hey, here's what you should be doing for Key R13. Alright, we're gonna start off with traits, skills, and then Keyblade setups. First off, the best skill, guys, is gonna be some form of attack boost. That being attack boost max, attack boost 5. You guys want to go for max because max is the best one to use. It always activates. Comparing to using like an attack boost 5 here, you only have a 54% chance of this activating plus your skill perks. But if you use something like an attack boost max 5 or attack boost max 4, you're solid. You really don't have to hit attack boost max with XP gauge. It only costs 3 XP. That's not going to hurt you at all, especially if you guys are using copycat medals that cost 0. If you guys are using Kyrie X or Shion EX, preferably Kyrie X because of the upright buff. But the whole point is that they restore SP and they have all the buffs and debuffs. So you could just put attack boost 5 max on there and laugh and have a good time. Attack boost 4 max if you don't have attack boost 5 max. And if you're really desperate on SP gauges, then of course you guys throw the attack boost max with SP gauge 1, 0, 2, just to make it lower. So skills out of the way. The other thing you guys can do, because this is a really good rating medal, not the best, but it is a candidate if you have nothing else. Putting attack boost max with Lux Plus is a solid idea for this medal as well, because it's super effective to all attributes. Now, with that all being said, let's jump into traits. Traits are going to be straightforward. This is a damage dealing medal. Let me get the rating part out of this. If you are planning to use this medal for rating, this is the best time because VIP medals let you have 7 rerolls on traits, meaning get 40% to raid damage, 40% to raid damage, 40% to raid damage, and you will have an easy time. He only deals 3 hits, which is pretty good. It works just like high score challenges. If all your hits land, more Lux you'll get. If a hit exceeds amount, then you don't really get that Lux. So a good amount of hits, like 3 or below, is solid for Lux farming. I could be wrong on that a little bit, just a little bit misinformed, but that's my knowledge on Lux farming. So 3 hits or less, not really important. Regardless, is that he's super effective to all attributes. Meaning if an enemy, a raid boss, has different sections of it, speed, magic, and power, you have no problem. This one medal here being copy, boom, solid damage. So, if you're raiding, all raid damage. Now, if you're not raiding like me, stay away from all the resist, stay away from defense boost, and stay away from 800 HP. You want to see -60, -60, and then extra attack, and then plus 1000. So you're either going to choose extra attack or plus 1000. That's up to what you get. If you do have to pick between them, I would say extra attack because that deals more damage in the long run. And we're not going to really use this medal as a high score challenge medal. You could because 3 hits is manageable, but 9.88 isn't that great of a multiplier to begin with, and then splitting into 3 hits is kind of on the low end. So for now, we're going to stick to -60s, and hopefully the extra attack in there will be solid for this medal. Now, am I personally going to use the medal? No, but do I want perfect traits? Hell yeah. Oh, sleep resist. Sleep resist. It always has to start off with the resist. So, since you're going to fuse all these medals together, there's no point in wasting experience medals, Huey, Dewey's, and Louie's. Just whoosh for the best. That's a solid trait right there. I'll take that. Thank you very much. We're going to go for trait number 3. Trait number 3. We are in a guilting campaign. So I'm going to get a solid guilt. Poison resist. I'm going to get a solid guilt off this. If I'm lucky, we have a better chance of getting higher percentage in our guilt roll. So we'll see. Please give me a -60 or another 1000. I'll take that as well. So not what I want, but do I want 800 HP over these? No. I'd rather take the resist because you never know what might happen. You might have to need multiple turns. Even though our pet our pet cures ailments, you never know if we have to do multiple turns with stuff like that. So, oh, damage raids. I'm gonna take it. If I ever decide to raid one day, I'm gonna take it, and I'd rather poison resist be on there, because poison resist is more important than all of them, because the second chance, if you're poisoned, you're dead. So this is the guilt roll. Try to guess what guilt I have before this actually happens. See if you guys can try to be psychic for a second. I'm guessing 200. No, wait. Can you even hit 200 with this medal? I totally forget if this is a tier 6 or a tier 7. That looks like a tier 7. Whatever. If you guys guessed it, you guessed it. You're good. Hey, plus 1,000 again. All right. I'll take damage over resist any day. Now, I only got one trait roll left, and I would love to see a negative 60. If not, then it's a tier 6. So I'm only 19 away. For some reason, I thought it was a tier 7. So that's a good guilt. I was going to say I hope for 200%, but it's 108%. So for my reroll, I'm going to guess 180%, because why would you want anything lower than the maximum? But let's see if you guys can guess what I'm going to get here. Realistically, 175. Or realistically, nothing. Give me a negative 60, please. That poison resist came back. Whatever. I semi-got a good rating medal. It is super effective to everything. It's got an extra 1,000 strength on it, which I do believe helps in Lux farming. Not as much as an extra 40% there, but pretty good. I could be wrong. Again, not the best rater. I ignore it. I try to stay away from it. That's why I don't put no guides for rating up there. I tried before, but I haven't wrapped my head around the whole thing. So anyways, Key R13, you want negative 60, and the extra attack or plus 1,000, or whatever you saw happen to me. Just let it happen. So, with that being said, let's go into Keyblade setups, and let's talk about the best Keyblades. Now, the best Keyblades for a beginner would be a Starlight, because in the end of the Starlight is a 2.10 multiplier, and what you want to do is make sure that he's doing the most damage all the time. So throw him over here and do all your buffs and debuffs. Kyrie X, copy Kyrie X, or 0.2 Kyrie, or Tifa and Aerith, whatever your way of getting your strength and your upright buffs in there, and then just continue that on with whatever you guys need. Now, it's not ideal, but at level 35 Starlight, this is a 2.80 multiplier, but I never recommend that because the Fairy Stars is just that much better for the current medals. Now, second in here is the 3 wishes, and the only reason I'm going to recommend the 3 wishes is, if you guys don't know, currently, if you, let's say you don't have any copy medals, but you got this going on, it's not going to do super amount of damage, but it'll give you upright buff with your 0.2 Kyrie here. And what you guys can do is right here, 2.0 slot. Don't make these Keyblades go past level 25, by the way. The beginner Keyblades, they're not worth it. But what you guys want to do is, if you have a copy cat medal, which is Vanitas, you guys can put them right here, and now you have double of this key art if you got nothing else going on. Works out beautifully. But there is other medals that replace Key Art 13, but we are here for his medal spotlight, so this can work out very good as well. The whole reason of that being over there is for this kind of buff. You guys want to see that with copying, if you can. If you can copy your buff medal, copy your buff medal. So double Kyrie X and then into double Key Art 13. Works out beautifully, and you guys can finish it off with whatever you want. Other magic medals, other attack medals, it doesn't matter. Now for third, and I think the best one is going to be the counterpoint. And that's because at the end of the counterpoint, you guys have a solid setup, which is right here. You want to put them at the end, and if you do make the counterpoint go to level 35, I believe that becomes a 2.8, or not even 35, but somewhere around there, it's going to hit a 2.8, and you guys can copy with Nominate. So again, a double copy. You have your Kyrie X, how many times you want to pull it off, and you also have your Days Riku over here to do tons of damage. So this is another idea setup with Key Art 13. And again, Fairy Stars. Fairy Stars, 2.8 multiplier. If you guys have the 2 Kyrie X's over here, you can go bam bam into a nice hit. You don't need any other buffs or debuffs. It does pretty good. Of course, you can add more debuffs and buffs, especially upright buffs. But if you don't have any other copycat medals or backward copycat medal, you go Kyrie X with your copy medal and into a Key Art 13, and then of course HD Xion into whatever you want. But these are the slots. The best Keyblade, like I said, is counterpoint here, especially if you have an HD Nominate. You guys can do tons of damage up to a 9.88 multiplier, and when you copy with Nominate, it'll be just a little bit lower. Although, think about what we got now. What we got now is a pet slot, and my pet slot, which is not done properly right now, but if I did put this properly, you would have a 2.70, and that only gets bigger the higher your pet gets. The more levels your pet gets, this goes to 2.8, 2.9, 3.0. So you can always put him as a finisher over here in any Keyblade, because he's super effective to all attributes, meaning he'll do max amount of damage to any Heartless. So speed, magic, or power, this medal will be super effective to it. Alright, Keyblade is set up. We're going to jump into Proud Quest level 500. Not the highest level enemies, but good enough to test out a medal and show you off the animation. Show off the animation. Key 13 doesn't have the highest multiplier, like I said before. The current highest in the game is 13.80 for AoE, but it's unique, having that super effective to all attributes, meaning doesn't matter the enemy's color, power, speed, or magic, it's gonna do the most amount of damage. What you usually see is yellow numbers. Not every medal in the game has this. It's actually really small amount in my hand that I can count, which is World Final Fantasy medals, Tsum Tsum medals, and King Mickey. I believe those are the only medals in the game that actually have this ability, which makes this medal very unique. Now, its multiplier makes up for that because of how powerful it is. If it had a higher multiplier, then you would never need any other medal in the game besides itself. So that's why they threw a small multiplier on it. And that's what makes King Mickey as well very unique and good. So there you go, 810,000 to all those enemies in the beginning. Nothing crazy good compared to what you guys have been seeing, but it's amazing damage. Now, like I said, it ignores enemies' attributes. So even though I was using a magic medal, which is Key 13, I'm going to go into a speed enemy, which is supposed to be its weakest, but because it says ignores enemies' attributes, like right here, like I'm trying to explain, there's only a certain amount of medals that do this, ignores target's attributes, it's going to do the same amount of damage. I'm going to show you level 500 enemies, all the same, it's just that these are speed. So we're going to put this on auto battle, go for our 3 buffs. It's going to be a little bit different because the rat tree over there has less defense, so you might see more damage. But the whole point here is that Nominee is going to hit that 810 again, copying the Key 13, because it's the same exact to everything. 810,861 to the rat trio, like I was explaining. But I'm going to use it over here, and you're going to see again, the medal by itself is going to be super effective to this Trick Master. Hopefully Nominee's tap doesn't kill it, but I doubt it. Still did 343,000. We're going to activate it, and we're going to do 552,000. And remember, 810,000 is per hit. And that 510, again, per hit. Tons of damage out of this medal. It's just not one of the highest, but still very good. So unique ability to be super effective to all enemies, but they put his multiplier at the lower end. So when you bring in something like the Days Riku, the Final Form Sora, and the Leon, you're having more damage, but they have to be on certain slots. Where this can fit on many Keyblades, and you're all right. But it all depends what you guys have. He is a good medal. There is better medals out there. 9.88 is below average, and there's plenty of medals that are in the game and coming out that are going to dominate this. The thing that makes this medal good and every other VIP medal good is that you can roll traits, which can give it that boost to be just a little bit better or on par with the current meta. So that's why VIPs are usually a little bit weaker. It's because you guys can roll traits on them. So if I did miss anything in this video, let me know, guys. That's all I think I can talk about Key 13. He's not one of my favorite medals. I won't be using him. That's why I didn't put any chips on him or anything like that. I just showed him raw with whatever percentage I got and whatever traits I got. If you guys got lucky with them, let me know. Again, good rating medal. Good medal to have on just one solid Keyblade. Never need to switch again. But with the current meta of Kairi EX and Xion EX, he just doesn't shine like he would have if those medals didn't come out. Think about that. He would have been top tier if those medals didn't come out. Being super effective means solid setups all the time. Either way, guys, let me know if you're using them, what traits you got, what guilt you got. Sorry this is late. I've been a little busy, been sick on top of it, but I'm trying to get back into the game of recording all these as soon as I can. I'll try to be on time next time. Either way, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.